intensity that Hazmat and I certainly do, be sure to hashtag SWT2021 and join the conversation. This is now no longer an American conversation. Join the conversation across the world, especially for what's about to go down right here. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. All right, game one starting off. If I've seen Palu start a game off in one way or another, it's certainly with a neutral air. Got to watch out for that tool. Nice conversion there. I love seeing, Banjo's go to the gun conversions a little bit. I think that stuff is super clean and very important for the character to use when being played at a top level. So I can see more of those conversions from Wolfen.
Oh yeah, 100% here. And this match here is staying pretty close and pretty careful. I think one aspect of Banjo I certainly slept on is how much Banjo can kind of throw down up close. Banjo has some really quick attacks. A lot of range on like down tilt and things as such. Of course, you got stuff like Wonder Wing that can get you through Explosive Flame and Auto Reticle. And I mean, just honestly, Wolfen's Banjo, the moves up close, the normals are just really ridiculous. I mean, they're not Palutena level, but if you aren't ready for the Banjo up close, you could certainly be taken for a crazy trip.
That's right, man. Of course, you got to watch out for the Wonder Wing 2. 2 left on this stock, of course, for Wolfen. Oh, that grab just barely whipped. Okay, recovery here. Mixing it up. I love the spacing on that. Wolfen kind of hiding in that little zone where you can't see him, but he's also not in the little bubble identifier. So, forward air 2, one of the most satisfying moves in Banjo's kit, in my opinion.
Oh, easily, but unfortunately, out of the wings here right now, and as a wing enthusiast myself, when I'm out of them, I am down super bad right here. So let's see. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? So let's see how this one's going to play out, man. Explosive Flame can't Wonder Wing himself through that one anymore. Directly air dodges, but the Nair says, I got you, homie, right this way to the blast zone.
Wonder Wings are back online, though. See what Wolfen can do to deal with these Nairs. Looks like Mtkat is getting a lot of mileage out of that move, as he's going to need to do in this matchup. Okay, down throw, up tilt. Yep, that should do it. Cleaning up the stock there, yep. The berry throw, classic.
That's right. Okay, yeah, showing each other a lot of respect here. And this is like the Banjo that I think everybody thinks of when, you think of Banjo in your head, especially for people who don't really deal with them at this level. Wolfen, of course, is taking this character just extremes right now. But, you're expected to see a lot of grenade and a lot of egg gameplay. But as somebody, like I mentioned before, has seen a lot of Banjo in their time, this character can do some very crazy stuff with that egg. I mean, some of it is certainly flash, but I mean, it definitely sends a message. It lets you know that I am in full control of every avenue of my character, man. Don't try it.
I just want to watch the replay on that. That was an interesting interaction with that Wonder Wing. Let me see exactly what happened there. It was a Nair collided with it? That's insane. I thought it was a back air maybe, because it's Palu's invincible back air, but that's wild. Either way, air-to-air is looking tough for Banjo in this matchup. Projectile warfare is looking tough too. Oh, the up air is going to scoop. Very nice catch there by Mtkat. Playing the matchup well.
Okay, bit of a cross-up Nair there. I mean, again, I hate to sound like a broken record, man, but that Nair just amongst some of the best moves in the business. You really got to show it a lot of respect. I traditionally in most matches, I say, try to beat your opponent to some of these air-to-air interactions, but look, man, if you're not comfortable versus Palutena, I'm going to tell you just not to jump, because any misstep that you make, oh my goodness, it's going to make you pay, but Wonder Wing's going to make you pay twice. Great stuff, man. 50% final stock. This is still within grasp.
Oh, absolutely. Especially a character like Banjo who has a couple tricky ways to steal stocks. I feel like most characters in this game do, and he certainly isn't excluded from that group. Especially the way that Wolfen's been using the Briegel Blaster, the neutral beat. We'll definitely see if he can do some kind of crazy combos off of that, carry the Palu off the top. But either way, Mtkat playing this one by the book, giving the Banjo space to have to approach, and then punishing for the way that he's approaching there.
Oh, yeah, and then again, beating him to the swing. Now looking to be another immediate Nair out of shit with the grenade in hand, though. Great conversion. I mean, if nothing else, you're going to at least have to try to convert off your projectile. Oh, getting fancy on the main stage. Look at Wolfen go.
Yeah, I love that conversion right there. That's what we're going to be looking for. Another forward air, too. A lot of power right here. Oh my God. I think that's it. Yes, that's it. It's going to be a neutral beat into a down tilt to 2-frame Palu, where she's weakest. All her resources gone. Her stock is gone. Game one going to Wolfen. I think he was behind that entire game.
Yeah. Dang, you ever just get on stream and get hit with the guh? You ever just get hit with that, man? Oh, Lord.
I haven't, actually. Thank God. Yeah, that has not happened to me. I've not experienced what just happened.
Yeah, that was quite the turnaround. I mean, I think it started from like grenade into Wonder Wing, and it kind of just all fell apart right there. But look, I don't understand. I don't blame, Mtkat for approaching somebody like Banjo the way that they did in a neutral. you know, historically and statistically, Banjo doesn't do the best against Palutena, but I think with somebody as talented as Wolfen, they know that, and you're not so much playing, and I know this is very cliche to say, you're not playing the Banjo Palu matchup, you're playing the Wolfen Mtkat matchup. I'm doing things that you might not have ever seen before, so you might want to keep it airtight, man.
Right, you are, man. All right, get into game 2. I like Mtkat too. No hesitation. He goes, all right, let's run that back, actually. It was not the stage, obviously, to close out that game, so, okay, yeah. Big Palu's Reflect is going to be big in this matchup, too, but too many Wonder Wings. Wolfen can land this game as well, Ron. Always a big factor in Banjo's success.
Yeah, 100%. You know, that first stock, you know, he was out of Wonder Wings pretty early, and I think Mtkat kind of used that as the incentive to get a little closer and just to do some damage. But as you know, that you do have 3 opportunities to reset those, so you just, or I guess technically 2, but you get where I'm going with that. You know, so the Wonder Wing will certainly be back online. You're going to have to watch yourself, man. I mean, that grenade into Wonder Wing in the last game was certainly a message sender, but I'd like to see what Mtkat is going to do here. I mean, you know, doing what you're supposed to do with Palutena, auto reticle, explosive flame, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Banjo can't really do much about it, but my goodness, there's more to this matchup than the off-stage game here. How are you going to KO him?
Wonder Wing again, trying to catch him jumping forward tilt. Not enough power. Wolfen does still have a Wonder Wing ready to go. He's going to use it to try to recover. Good punish there, though. Mtkat trying to find a stock here with explosive flame. Can't find it, though.
I love the way he's keeping Wolfen off of her feet, too. Very great stuff. There's a dash attack. That one hits properly this time. An explosive flame online to just kind of pin you down to, I mean, if it connects, of course, we will always take it. But, I mean, it's also a good just conditioning tool. Just kind of pinpointing where the opponent's going to go on your behalf as opposed to theirs.
Real bad blaster out. Nice job with the off-tempo forward air, connected with the spot dodge. Palu defending herself on the way back. She might get a big punish here, though. No. Getting away with it. Both these players really want to hold on to their first stocks round.
Very risky option there, too, man. You see Palutena spacing with back, or you see her jump with her back, too. You need to watch yourself. You also need to watch yourself when explosive flame is out on the field to play. Okay, and then just comes right in between her and the flame and said, look, you about to eat this. I don't even care.
It's funny because they both have like that same kind of nair animation, but I think one is just a little bit stronger than the other. You know, I'm not gonna say one. I'm not gonna say which one, but I'm just saying one is a little better than the other one. But either way, good advantage state here from Wolfen, really controlling that platform.
Oh yeah. Okay, more auto reticle again. You know, forcing him to jump too. That's one thing I will say I like that Mtkat really doing here, like forcing Wolfen to stay off of those feet. Yes, I know, like landing forward there, one of the most satisfying, aerials to land. But can't be off your feet all the time. If you start reading that properly, you can beat him to swing with that nair. Great F smash and great footwork.
I like that too. We're seeing better punishes on the Wonder Wings, but speaking of punishes, Wolfen with the capitalization here. F tilt, yep.
Yeah, not allowing him
jump,
not allowing him any free points back to the ledge, man. I mean, just this pressure is absolutely ridiculous. And I get how frustrating it can kind of be versus somebody like Banjo, because a lot of like that corner pressure doesn't really have like that KO power besides like Wonder Wing, but like a good Banjo, of course, is going to pressure with like down tilt, going to pressure with like nair. It doesn't really like KO you, just kind of keeps rinsing and repeating you being at the ledge, you know what I mean? So I get how it's frustrating.
F-tilt looking for fair there again. I like that short hop turnaround Wonder Wing that he does, trying to catch Palu's jumping. I think it's such a good idea. It hasn't worked out yet, but I have a feeling it's going to start connecting. If not this game, maybe one of the future rounds. It's a coverage option.
Oh, absolutely. Okay.
Oh, he air dodged into it.
Oh, wow. Poor
Banjo has some of the best sound effects in the game, man. He really does. Regardless how
real pain.
Ooh, good snag. All right, last stock rod, game 2. Mtkat trying not to go down 2-0. Yeah, get that grenade out of your hands. You don't want that blowing up on you all the way at the top.
No, certainly not. And yeah, he's definitely trying here, but man, Mtkat is just kind of playing on another level here. I mean, we're just seeing very traditional Palutena play, and in certain matchups, of course, it doesn't quite work. But in this matchup here specifically, with just the tools she's equipped with how great Mtkat is, you know, you're just. Wolfen is really caught in a lot of bad situations here, but I might have spoke a little too soon right here, because there's that forward air once more, closing it out. Goodness gracious, Wolfen on another level right here.
Yeah, and there was that situation again where Wolfen was in shield and his option was to jump in Wonder Wing. It kind of started up the offense on the right side of the stage. to ultimately where he ended on the left with that forward air. So that's what he's looking for. He wants to call out your jump because, especially Palu, if you're jumping and you're throwing out a hitbox, like that's usually a really, really good and safe option for her. Not if Wonder Wing is on the table. So really nice job by Wolfen there, playing a part of the matchup very, very well, which is it's important to fight Palu in the air and be able to fight her correctly in the air, and he's doing that insanely well. So nice job to Wolfen there, taking down that game 2, up 2-0. And here's the problem for Mtkat. Reverse 30, always on the table. Against a Banjo who's playing very patiently, very intelligently, and hitting a lot of these conversions, it's feeling like a tall task right now, Rod.
Yeah, that order is certainly very large, but I don't know. Well, I mean, we're going to have to... I'd like to see how it plays out. You know, I like the Palutena, but I mean, if there was ever a time to try a new character and not Crom, I'm thinking Joker. I think I've seen Joker on the head-to-head. I feel like this would have been the time to see it, but... I guess we're going to stick to the Palutena. And again, Palutena, not the worst character in the world. Of course, you know, to go up against a character like Banjo, but Wolfen is just not off the mark here with any of these conversions. And that's a big avenue, I think, in fighting Banjo that people kind of bank on. Like, yeah, you know, he has options, but if those conversions don't connect, if grenade doesn't land, then I'm good. Well, you know, Wolfen also knows how to play around the grenade as well, too, beating you to the jump here, see?
I think one thing about Wolfen's gameplay that deserves some recognition is the way he controls the platforms with the grenades and just the way he kind of moves around them in general has just been really, really strong. So, yeah, see, he covers the top platform, forces you to go below, and then he tries to catch your option down there. But so far, Mtkat avoiding that pressure in this game 3.
Mtkat still with the okay lead here. Yes, and there's where we need to see a little bit more of that, but I know it's tough because Wolfen isn't really throwing them directly at Mtkat, but regardless, catches them with the up air, and that's going to be enough to do it. Yeah,
this is a huge lead for Mtkat. Wolfen, though, has the conversions ready to go. Has taken stocks early with Banjo, but this is looking more and more like a runaway game for Mtkat on his power.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. I mean, every aerial in the arsenal. I mean, just back.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Wolfen, I get it. I understand you're banking on that grenade stopping her, but absolutely not. Mtkat said these wings are coming out, homie.
Yeah, and I wonder if the wind box had anything to do there, too, on the forward smash. I wonder if it just pushed the grenade just a little bit away from her to allow the forward smash to connect cleaner. So that was really, really good. Maybe not the best challenge from Wolfen, but when you're up 2-0, sometimes you play confidently like that, and it can kind of bite you in the butt. But either way, Wolfen, not out of this game yet, and certainly, obviously, not out of this set yet. So, but the thing with being down 3-1 is Banjo is your Wonder Wings just, you notice them so much more.
Oh, my goodness. You know what I've been noticing, Hazmat, is that daggone forwarder, man, and just how satisfying it looks and how much he's been able to just find the great conversions into that. That is just absolutely phenomenal, man. But obviously, it's going to take more than a couple forwarders to bring yourself out of this one right here because Mtkat is doing the Palutena thing right now and demanding as much space as possible and punishing you up close. Yeah, I love it. Palutena floating with her back to you off stage. That means get out of the way.
Just mix up on the recovery there. Oh, no. That's not a trade that you want to be in the other end on if you're Wolfen. Up throw, okay. What's he got?
Down throw. He's just going to run right up and do it this time. I mean, when you got a little bit of percent to work with, it's like, why not at this point? I don't really have to respect too much here.
Pulling out the explosive flame. The fundies coming out, catching him with the very last hit of it. The only one that really mattered with that higher percentage. So nice job to Mtkat taking down that game 3. Looking clean.
You know, you talked about it a moment ago. You know, the reverse 3-0 is always on the table for discussion. You know, it might not be what wants to be addressed, but it definitely needs to be talked about in situations like this. Wolfen, of course, went up 2-0. Very demanding, mind you. Mtkat finally has figured out a way to kind of work around the Banjo neutral. You know, and that could be attributed to how we were dealing with the grenade. You know, just spacing with back air. I mean, yeah, you know, Wonder Wing's certainly thing, but you kind of have your own Wonder Wing in your hand, too. It's that shield. It doesn't quite hit as hard, but it definitely demands a lot of respect. Do we see the 3-0 reverse right now?
Yeah. You have unlimited of those back airs, too. It's just such an amazing spacing tool and just a way to kind of fight air to air. I think it's one of the reasons why Palu's so scary to fight in the air, because fair is very quick and something you have to respect. Nair, obviously, if you get hit by it, you're taking a lot of damage. And then also back air, obviously, you just can't challenge that move, so...
Yeah, 100%, man. And it looks like we got a little bit of patience here.
He's in the spectator stand. He's chilling.
Yeah. He's just on the bench right now, and I feel him. Just needs that Gatorade swig, I think, or something, man. I feel him. You know, I was just there a little bit ago at the gym. I understand, but what do we see here now? Do we see the character switch? Do we is this going back to what I talked about earlier, where like sometimes you just want to wait for the opponent to maybe cool off a little bit. Like I did win this, but there's still the opportunity that he could come in and just, you know, absolutely mix me up. Do I wait it out? Do I go Crom now? You know, the Joker's still on the table too. So yeah, I'm curious.
I wonder if they're on the stage part of it all still. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of tough to figure out what stages you want to ban against Banjo, but I think if you're Palu, I think you kind of favor a bigger stage due to your mobility and also the ability you have to kind of keep Banjo pinned down with your own projectiles. You know, auto reticle is really, really strong. Explosive flame has obviously been really, really good for Mtkat so far. So I think if I'm Mtkat, I'm looking at banning some of the smaller stages and avoid any situation where Wonder Wing covers more of the stage is a big part of it. And then also, even if if you give Banjo space, you just allow him to arm himself with grenades, basically. Like, that's the worst thing that can happen. I think Mtkat's done an amazing job dealing with those grenades, so I wouldn't view them as too much of a threat right now, but we'll see what happens throughout the rest of the set, Rod.
Yeah, straight up. I think, you know, when you can stop Banjo from moving, I mean, really any character in the game, of course, if you pin him down, whatever, but Banjo's, a majority of that neutral starts out of being able to move around gracefully, you know, in accordance to your grenade. You know, sometimes it's attributed, you know, to your neutral special, just whatever, you know, getting your opponent off their feet, and now you're off of your feet, moving around them in a very uncomfortable manner for them. But, you know, Banjo just doesn't really have the firepower per se to play the long game versus Palutena. I think Wonder Wing is only going to do so much. It's a very telegraphed move, you know, at a vast distance away. And yeah, I guess it can be used to get through like explosive flame and auto reticle, but I mean, that's all very read based. You know, if you misread explosive flame at high percents, you're in trouble.
So, yep. So right now, guys, it looks like we're going to do a little bit of a lag test, just see what's going on with the internet connection. While we're waiting, guys, what's going on, chat? What's going on, everybody? How you doing? How's your Sunday doing? I look forward to these Smash World Tour qualifiers every Sunday, and I know you guys do too. So thanks for sticking with us, and yeah, it's been great so far, Rod. Having a lot of fun.
Yeah, been super duper cool. I just spent my Sunday, you know, playing a little bit of basketball, and of course, went to a Pokemon card little thing. You know, I had to go nice. See my pools. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to replenish my stacks. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, if everybody who's just tuned in, big shout out to you. You know, we really would not be here without all you friendly faces. I know we say that. I know it gets old, but I really mean it. I mean, looking at production, I don't have a job if, you know, production's not doing their thing. They don't have a job if y'all don't sign up for tournaments. So we're really here because of you at home in bracket and of course in the Twitch chat. Also want to give a quick shout out to, and I speak English and Ebonics here, so just work with me here. Sweet Spot is hosting the Liga de Titanias. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm working, but y'all know what I'm talking about, though. From April to July, the event series is region locked to Latin America and the Caribbean. For more info, please follow Sweet Spot on Twitter, twitter.com/SweetSpotCR. Sorry, y'all. I tried my best, but like, you know what I'm saying? I can only do so much, but yes, please, you know, sign up. You know, the more Smash, obviously, the merrier. I've said it once, and I'll say it again. I think Smash is probably like on a weekly level, you know, giving all things considered with stuff going on in the world, at a weekly level, it's probably the most played game. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like you can just walk into just about any city, any region, and find a tournament, or at least competitive style players to rock with on the stick. So with that in mind, please keep signing up for more tournaments. Okay, let's spread the Smash wealth, because it's all we really got these days. All right.
True. Yeah, and I mean, it's just been so nice to have the World Tour back. I know we've talked about it a lot, but shout outs to production here at VGBC. Everyone involved into making this tournament a reality. It's just been, I'm sure, chat, you agree, it's been a breath of fresh air for everybody in the scene, and just feels more like home in the Smash scene that we all knew and kind of walked away from last year when the pandemic started. So it's good to be back in a way, and it's nice to have something like a huge real prize to play for, something we're talking about. Playing offline against some of the best people in the world, you know, granted everything works out. Yeah. What a prize, man. You can't put a price tag on something like that.
No, you can't. And, you know, what's funny is, you know, we've had events in the past, you know, just shell out cash, you know, that, and I think this is something that is a little bit deeper than just the money. I mean, of course, I mean, everybody could use that extra, you know, so many $1,000s, whatever. But, you know, the fact that this event takes place over so many different regions in the world, the bragging rights are real right now. Like, we have a world tour where you can't just, it's not just the I'm the best SoCal, or, you know what I'm saying, I'm this champion, I'm that champion, I'm the champion of the world. And it's not a matter of this tournament was just in America or whatever, and I'm the best because of that. It's, this tournament took place everywhere in the world, and I'm the best. So I I don't really got too many things hung up over my fireplace or on my fridge at my parents' place. But if I was the Smash World Tour champion, you can't tell me anything. I'd be flexing really hard. You know what I mean?
Well, and regional pride's a different thing. I know we have it here in New England, and I've been to a couple other regionals, and it's like when you play people in your own region, you want to prove that you're better than people. Yeah, from where you're from, there's just something about that draws out some of the best competition ever. So you prove yourself against your own region, and then you go on to represent your region in a bigger bracket. It's very exciting. I love the format. I think it's just been so fun all these last couple weekends. So it's been great.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, this is the only tournament where region on region blood is okay. Now, I see this at any offline event, I'm going to be a little upset, but the fact that we're on a world tour right now means that it's cool and we're all good to go. So, lag test is underway. Both players are locked into the matrix. Wolfen up 2-1 right now on Mtkat. Mtkat played very, very well that last game, but let's see how they're going to adjust to each other. We could see the reverse 3-0. We could see Wolfen shut the door on this.
Yep, lag test is done. It looks like both players are going to play it out, man. We're going to game 4 for the reminder here. This is Wolfen, his counter pick. So it looked like Mtkat left open the bigger stage. Look at that conversion, though, off the grenade. Good start here for Wolfen. More or less than what we've been seeing from him before we took that little bit of a break.
35% here. Obviously not the most percent put on the board, but definitely some telling percent. You know, just letting him know I am willing to get a little closer now. You know, we got some platforms here. My God, I'm gonna be straight up with you, man. Like, I don't know how many he's actually landed that he's tossed out, but that hit percent has to be high. 4 is ridiculous.
Yeah, he's been really on point with those. I think you kind of have to with Banjo, so kudos to Wolfen for making that work out. I feel like in a matchup where it's hard to make it. Oh, he did. He did not want any part of that situation. He used the Wonder Wing to just get out of there. He was done. I think he knew the platform was going to pop up.
Ooh. Yeah, we've definitely all been there before versus Palutenas at every level. I don't blame him.
Yeah, that's a mood right there for sure. Right?
Got like that little cross up back there right there, just putting a little bit of space between both of them too. And one thing I will say that Wolfen's doing a really great job of is, you know, when he sees Mtkat jump and he can kind of read which one's going to be an empty jump, which one's going to be like forward air or back air or neutral. He'll like try to get up underneath it with dash attack, but regardless, it doesn't even matter at this point, man. Mtkat with a very commanding lead here, 63%, and really not showing any signs of slowing down here.
Oh no, he's speeding up actually right now. 45% on the Banjo, almost reaching with that up air too. Saying, get out of my face, though. Wolfen trying to get a forward air after that Wonder Wing. Good stuff so far, but, I mean, this comeback's looking harder and harder to do. Mtkat coming up clean here in Game 4 after a little bit of a break there, Rob.
Turning it up a notch here, man. 88%. And this is what I was kind of talking about, man. Like, the one aspect, like, the double-edged sword of, like, that we don't play the character match, we play the you matchup is, once I figure you out, now what do you do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get Banjo, like, I know how to fight Banjo, but now I also know how to fight you. That puts the ball back in your court to try to readjust to neutral a little bit. Great patience, but no grab, though.
Yeah, and a big thing here, too, as well, is, like, so now this bigger stage, this is kind of what I was talking about before we went on pause there. Talking about the stage selection, I think a bigger stage is just really good for Palu in this matchup, especially with a 2-stock lead. Yeah, it's a big punish. Yeah. Easy punish for Banjo. Point and click with the Wonder Wing, call it a day. The thing with this bigger stage is, like, you're down 2 stocks with Banjo, you kind of have to approach Palu. I don't really know how you do that.
Yeah. I mean, that's a really great point. And as simplistic as Palutena might seem as a character, fighting her, of course, does not match that ideology. Like, she's very... you know, just very dominant, man. And like, see, I mean, even stuff like that, like situations where you think it's okay to air dodge, you think it's okay to just do a neutral get up. Some of her moves from that distance away, they last so long. And I think at 100, oh my goodness, at 136% and climbing here, you know, you really have to watch all avenues of Palutena here at this point, whereas opposed to when the percents were a little bit lower, it was just like back air and dash attack, you know.
Holding in on that down throw. Or we'd be surprised to see if Mtkat gets another grab. Oh, he just back throws. Okay, DI check. Yep, he was not ready for that. No pummels, no nothing. Really good job by Mtkat identifying that a back throw with the wrong DI is going to do it. And that's the way Wolfen was holding based on the down throw that had just happened. You're holding in, you're holding left. Gonna jet him right out of there. Very nice stuff by Mtkat closing that one out. 2-stock victory. Clean's 2-stock. He was at mid, I think 60, upper 60s when that game ended. So really clean stuff.
Yeah, so, well, you know, you kind of spoke it into reality, man. You said it, I didn't. The reverse 3-0 is definitely on the horizon here. Wolfen, a very explosive start, so dominant, but man, like, I don't know, man, the momentum is kind of shifted into the, I'm not, you know what, let me stop myself. This isn't even momentum anymore. This is just some straight up skill. Like, Mtkat was just all points of the board, knew exactly what they needed to do here in this matchup. What do we see now? Wolfen has a Pac-Man in their arsenal, but do we see it though? Oh, wait a minute.
Hold on a second.
Hammer, what's going on here? I didn't know he had a Sephiroth.
What a change of just like character's attitude. You know what I mean? Like Banjo and Sephiroth are just on complete opposite ends of like the good, you know, villain and hero kind of spectrum. So you know what I mean? Like what a crazy secondary to have. Clearly likes the DLC, but we're gonna see a Sephiroth from Wolfen going against the Palutena. Well, that really nice hair, actually. I think this is a matchup like this is the L'Oreal matchup. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Hair versus the hair.
This is the easy breezy, beautiful matchup right here, man. Myself, but yeah, you know, it's strange, you know, because Pac-Man and Banjo are a little bit closer, of course, but even they're still very far because nobody's really like Pac-Man in a way. But you know, Sephiroth, I mean, you know, if there's a time to pull something crazy out, it's now. And I don't think there's a lot of Sephiroth like high-level gameplay out there on stream. I mean, not as much as what we've probably seen in the past. So I mean, if you think you can bring something different to the table that the other ones haven't done, let's get it.
Sephiroth's so good at covering any landing options between the delayed up smash that has an enormous hitbox, same with his up air, but then he also has his fair and his nair that you really got to watch out for, on top of Shadow Flare getting set up. This character's just ridiculous. Love the way Wolfen's playing him right now, but Rod, he could get tossed off stage by Palu any second now.
Oh my god, and a very smooth air dodge right there. I love the placing and understanding that he needed to get back to the ledge as quickly as possible. 79%. Might not seem like a lot of percent in the world, that's yours, but oh my god. What is Sephiroth, like top 10 lightest characters in the game? You can't handle that.
No, the reflector was the play right there for sure. Wolfen committing to that projectile there. Mtkat just responding appropriately. So now we see is a similar situation, Rod, where Mtkat plays so well with the lead. The way that he's just able to force Wolfen into bad positions and take advantage of him approaching. This is where Mtkat has been winning all day. Let's see if Wolfen can turn it around.
Yeah, a little off the mark here with some of these options. Dash attack is a great KO option, so is up air as well, but maybe just a little bit too telegraphed. And I think Mtkat, you know, kind of like you talked about before, you know, has that lead, and that was kind of an avenue that we didn't really get to see of, you know, their play style in the first two games is, you know, how do I play with the lead versus how do I play when I'm from behind. And 133%, Palutena, played properly, can milk this even longer.
Grab range was nerfed, but not enough there. Good grab. Mtkat taking up with the lead again. I think if he can just avoid any of these KO options, Wolfen, he's going to extend it even more. But the wing is out. This is going to be even scarier now for Mtkat to hold on to this lead.
A lot of spacing too. I like the turnaround F tilt. I feel like on a lesser player that will probably connect, you know, just not really understanding how long Sephiroth. I mean, I think we all understand, but it's just that move is just such a demon to really work around, man. But yeah, doesn't matter, man. Got the one wing online here, 96%. This is his time here to turn this into something fast. Oh, goodbye? Yeah, goodbye. Yeah.
Right off the top, catching that air dodge too. Again, it's just Mtkat playing with the lead so well. Okay. Some pressure on the platform. Good jump out there by Wolfen.
Great.
Take a stop quick here, Rod. He's right back in it.
Yeah, 100%, man. It's just really a matter of like, how is he going to be able to find it though, man? You know, it's a lot easier said than done. But when I think of like Sephiroth and what they want to do versus what Palutena wants to do, is almost kind of a similar type of mindset. I mean, you want to play the long game, you want to outspace your opponent, but I just don't think Sephiroth really has to wait, especially being down a whole stock on your final stock, to really, you know, risk maybe missing an air to air, you know, and it going in Palutena's favor, or really to just whiff anything at this point.
Okay, good conversion there. One hit of Shadow Flare. Able to connect it. Okay, he's got the wing out Rod. Anything can happen now. The back air, not enough to KO, even the good hit of it.
That's right. Won't be able to survive too many more of those at that percent. 60 if you can. Oh, well, 72 is a lot different than 60%, might I add. There's the counter, and yeah, things are looking pretty bleak right now. But if you can figure out a way to get this stock taken, you can keep that wing online for a little while longer. Actually, I mean, this wing is really all you got right now. You know, you might be able to turn it into something. Here's the up B.
Yep, Octo Slash held it down too. Dash attack crossing him up. That was really good pressure from Mtkat. Is the explosive flame enough? Yes, it is. We talked about it, Rod. We put the possibility on the table of a reverse 3-0. Mtkat made it happen in a big way. Gotta compliment his patience there. It's so easy when you're down 2-0 to just keep approaching, keep doing something that doesn't work. Mtkat pumped the brakes a little bit, made the game turn around into his favor, capitalized on the Banjo having to approach, and the Sephiroth as well. He did a really good job against the Sephiroth of keeping the game plan in check. So Mtkat playing so well, 3-0, staying alive in the bracket. Immaculate play there, Rod. Great adjustments, really.
I mean, honestly, nothing short than greatness, and this is what it's all about. You know, the Smash World Tour, I'm not expecting to see very many 3-0s. I'm expecting to see the majority of these games. I'm talking beginning of bracket, you know, qualifiers, you know what I'm saying, finals bracket later on this evening. It should all go down to the nitty gritty. The talent is just that crazy, man. Like, there's not one reason. This is the third reason I've been a part